Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to a random review. I am Random Ross and today I review Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So yeah, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, we're now nearing the end. Well, we're nearly all caught up with this franchise before we get to Rebirth. So this is written by Derek Connolly and Colin Trevorrow and directed by J.A. Boyano, starring Chris Pratt, Bryce Dallas Howard, Rafe Spall, Toby Jones, Ted Laverne, D.B. Wong and Jeff Goldblum. So this is the sequel to 2015's Jurassic World, and this is the fifth film in the franchise. So in this, the once dormant volcano on Islas Nublar, Islas Nublar is ready to erupt. And there is debate whether, should we save these dinosaurs or should we not? And of course we get a cameo from Jeff Goldblum as Ian Malcolm, where he tells him that this is a correction for nature and that we shouldn't save these dinosaurs from the extinction. But of course, Claire from the previous movie, gets to meet with Mr. Lockwood, who was a co-founder of Jurassic Park, and he's on his deathbed and believes that these dinosaurs do deserve to be saved and moved to an island. And she gets the help of Owen from the previous movie, Chris Pratt, to help out in this operation with some new recruits. And of course, when they do, they soon discover that it was all a lie, it was all a ruse. They do want to save the dinosaurs, but not to free them on an island, but to sell them to warlords. And of course, along the way there, Lockwood's granddaughter Maisie is in it all, and we find out that she's not exactly his granddaughter, but a clone of his deceased daughter. And also, we discover that Rafe Spall, his character, is also two-faced and is in this for the money and is money greedy and bad. And also the auctioneer, played by Toby Jones, is just as bad, and these all want to make money out of them. But then of course Owen and Claire and Maisie band together with the help of Blue, and also from the Indominus Rex from the previous film. They extract DNA from the beginning of the movie, where Dr. Henry Wu creates another hybrid dinosaur, the Endoraptor, which is an advanced killing machine. And then, of course, we have the Blue fight the Endoraptor, and then it gets impaled on a Triceratops skull. And then, of course, they then free all the dinosaurs. Maisie frees them all into the world, and then it unleashes a whole new world of problems, where man and dinosaurs are now coexisting. And Jeff Goldblum's character does say, "Welcome to Jurassic World." Ian Malcolm says that. So what did I like about this film? Well, I like that we got a sequel in this. I thought, Jurassic World was a surprising hit, and I thought, I'm down for the sequel. This one was a lot darker than the previous movie. Of course, with it being Fallen Kingdom, the eruption happening and destroying the island. And of course, there is that heartbreaking scene where we see one of the brachiosaurs left behind and gets engulfed in the ash cloud. And it's said that that was the first ever brachiosaur we ever saw in the film series, at the beginning of the first one. We also see Rexy come back as well. Rexy, big and tall and roaring as ever. She's the franchise mascot. It was great to see her again. And also Blue, the remaining Velociraptor. And also we see, Owen and Claire, our human leads in this, trying to do what's right. And then of course we get good visual effects along the way, and like I say, a darker tone in this one. Of course, when they say, I always thought that the film would take place on the island, but only a small part of the movie takes place on the island. The rest of it takes place at the Lockwood Mansion, where we see the big finale, which wasn't as explosive, but was still good. Of course, this was kind of like the second part of a trilogy, and also like, you know, the like filler episode in a series, if you will. But it was satisfying to see the greedy human corporates get what they deserve. You know, they mess with the dinosaurs, they get eaten, and it is satisfying when we see them meet their demise, especially Rafe Spall's character. He's unlikable. I can't remember his character's name now, and I can't look on the wiki page on my tablet because that's now updating. Shut down to update. But yeah, it was a fun one, but not as good as the others. But I feel though Jeff Goldblum in it now, he was promoted heavily in the marketing, especially in the marketing when he introduces the trailer for the movie. I thought, okay, so we got an original from the first movie again. Him and, you know, DB Wong, who was in the first movie as Wu. But I thought we would see a lot more of him, but, you know, he's only in 2 sequences, around the opening of the film and towards the end where he comes into a courtroom to say his bit about what, you know, about this, making his screen time a cameo, really. But at least he does get more screen time, along with Laura Dern and Sam Neill in the next movie, which I'll do next. So yeah, this one wasn't as good as Jurassic World, but it was a decent one. You know, it wasn't as bad as Jurassic Park 3. But yeah, let's get on to my ratings now. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5, I guess. 3.5 out of 5 for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. So there you go. There is my review for that one. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. And if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and to share with your friends. And feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are down below in the description, so you can check all that out. If you love horror as much as I do, I have a channel just for that as well, linked down below or in the cards above. So feel free to check all that out. So yeah, that's it for this one. So until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends. Goodbye. Raw.